This past Friday, the Brashear chapter of the National Honor Society held their annual induction ceremony for new members. After the new members were sworn in the candlelight ceremony, a reception was held in the library for the new inductees, NHS members, parents, friends, and faculty. Congratulations to this year's new members, Justin Hazen, Tabitha Killen, Monica Shaver, Daniel Smith, and Matt Thomas. This past Monday marked the start of spring baseball practice. Even though the varsity basketball boys are still playing their season, all other players have reported to camp and are working hard preparing for their first game March 18th against North Shelby. Last Friday night, the Brashear Tigers traveled to conference opponent Macon County for their last regular season game of the year. In the girls' game, any two of the Lady Tigers' 6 players provided enough offense to match or overcome the Macon County Lady Raiders in a 68-15 romp. Brashear jumped out to a 14-3 lead after one quarter, then held Macon County scoreless in the second to go into halftime leading 39-3. The Lady Raiders found a little offensive spark in the third quarter, scoring 12 points, but Brashear answered with 17 of their own to lead 56-15. Brashear held Macon County scoreless again in the fourth to grab the 68-15 win. Haley Kelsey led Brashear with 19 points, Abby McKim had 13, Emily Lodwig scored 11, Caroline Slavin and Jessie Hill had 10 points each, and Stephanie Elsie scored 5 points. The boys' game was a barn burner that saw numerous lead changes through the first 3 quarters of play. Macon County led 17-16 after the first quarter and 26-23 at halftime. Macon County then held a 40-36 advantage after 3 periods of play, then caught fire early in the fourth quarter and ran up a double-digit lead before Brashear fought back within 4 points with under a minute left. The Tigers could not close the gap further and took the loss by a score of 52-57. For Brashear, Cale Watson and Trey Treasure were in double figures with 13 and 12 points. Kylie Watson and Ryan Fertig had 7 points each. Jacob Shipman had 6, Matt Thomas had 5, and Justin Hazen scored 2 points. The boys' basketball team started district play this past Saturday. The number 2 seed Tigers jumped out to a 19-5 lead after one quarter against the number 7 seed Green City Gophers. Things continued to go all Brashear's way as they went into halftime up 33-5. Green City held their own in the second half, but that still left them down 42-12 after 3 quarters and 58-26 at the final buzzer. Cale Watson led Brashear scoring with 11 points. Kylie Watson, Jacob Shipman, and Ryan Fertig each had 10. Trey Treasure scored 8 points. Matt Thomas had 3. And Anthony Ambrosia, David Anderson, and Jacob Owen had 2 points each. The Brashear Lady Tigers faced Novinger Monday night in first-round district action. Brashear used an 8-point first quarter by senior Haley Kelsey to jump out to a 10-7 lead, but Novinger limited the Lady Tigers to a pair of free throws during the second quarter to turn the game around, taking a 21-12 lead into the locker room. Novinger extended their lead to 32-21 after 3 quarters, before Brashear mounted a fourth quarter rally that fell short, giving Novinger the 38-31 win. Haley Kelsey led all scorers with 14 points for Brashear. Jessie Hill chipped in 9, Emily Lodwig had 6, and Stephanie Elsie scored 2 points. The Brashear boys came into Tuesday night's second-round game against Macon County looking for revenge after suffering a loss at Macon County last Friday to end regular season play. It soon became apparent that the Tigers would get that revenge when they turned a small 14-10 first quarter advantage into a 29-14 halftime lead. Brashear's momentum slowed somewhat in the third quarter as Macon County pulled within 35-24 before the Tigers recorded a strong fourth quarter to win 49-28. For Brashear, Trey Treasure scored 18 points, Matt Thomas added 8, Kylie Watson had 7, and Justin Hazen, Jacob Shipman, Ryan Fertig, and Cale Watson scored 4 points each.